Lesson 4, Unit 4. Monitoring the schedule. The purpose of monitoring the schedule is to identify the variances between planned and actual duration of activities. Here the project manager should ask the following questions. Is the project on track and performing according to the plans? Are there any delays in the start or completion of activities, and what are the causes for those delays? How much time is left in the project to make the required corrections to the schedule in case of delays? To know the status of the schedule, the project manager can request the progress status from team members on each activity they are responsible to complete. The team, based on the activity report, will update information on when activity started and when it ended. With that information, the project manager will update the master schedule and identify variances from the plans. The project manager will then need to analyze the causes for the variances and develop the solutions to correct deviations from the plan, in particular with those activities that are in the critical path. When each team member reports on the scheduled progress for the project activities that were assigned, they will report on the following: the actual start date of the activity, the actual end date of the activity, the actual duration of the activity, changes in the resources assigned to the activity, and update the completion status, such as 100% or 50% complete. Here in the chart, the blue bar shows the planned duration of an activity with its start and end date. The red bar shows the actual duration, start and end of the activity, and the status of the activity progress, showing a 90%. You can see that this activity started late, took 5 more days, and as a consequence, it will end later than planned. This information can help the project manager assess the impact of the overall schedule and identify the possible solutions. In the master schedule, the project manager will update information and will be able to visualize the changes using a Gantt chart. The information on the project schedule includes the name of the activity with the WBS code, the progress on each activity, and the bars showing the planned duration of activity in blue and the actual duration in red. The vertical red line shows the current date when the information on the schedule is updated. You can also see the traffic lights signals that help identify those activities that are late in red, activities that are a bit behind in yellow, and activities that were completed on time in green. The percentage column helps identify the progress on each activity and then compare it to the planned progress. For example, you can see that activity 1.2 is taking longer than planned and activity 1.5 has not started yet. It has a delay of 1 month. The project manager will need to take immediate actions to deal with these problems. Another tool to help monitor variances in the schedule comes from the earned value analysis. Here's a chart showing the planned value in blue line of a project expressed in constant time. Planned value follows an S-curve shape that reflects the work effort that occurs during the project lifecycle. In this example, the project manager makes an analysis on month 6. This is a 12-month-long project. The planned value at this time is $500,000. The red line shows the actual value that the project has completed, $400,000. From this chart, you can see that the project is behind from what was actually planned. It has delivered less value than planned. If this project continues like this, it will be more time to complete. Here are some calculations to help you understand the concept of a schedule variance. Schedule variance is a measure of the schedule performance of a project. The formula is schedule variance equals earned value minus planned value. Earned value is what the project has delivered or completed to date. From the chart in the example before, these are the values. SV equals 400,000 minus 400,000 equals negative 100,000. When SV is less than 1, the project is behind the schedule. The Schedule Performance Index is another measure of project efficiency. The Schedule Performance Index equals earned value divided by planned value. From the chart in the example before, these are the values. SPI equals 400,000 divided by 400,000 equals 0.8. When SPI is less than 1, the project is behind the schedule. This means that the project is delivering value or completing activities at a lower rate than planned. The Schedule Performance Index is a measure that can be taken at various intervals during the life of the project. Here you see a chart with various points that show the SP values of the project from the previous example taken every month. Any value below 1 means the project is behind the schedule. Values above 1 means the project is ahead of the schedule. In this example, we can see that the SPI values have changed over the life of the project. This is a chart the project manager can use to track progress of the schedule performance over time, especially to track the results of changes and modifications to help the project recover any lost time. There are many causes for variances in a schedule. Here are some of the most common. The original estimates were not accurate or estimates were too optimistic. Changes in scope that add more work and time to the schedule. Issues that delay the activity. Resources were limited as compared to what was required in the plan. Skills were limited or not adequate to what the project is needing. External dependencies from other partners, organizations, or projects. Lack of funds to complete an activity. Delays in transfer of funds. Red tape, bureaucracy, and processes that are too complex and require more time than what was actually estimated. It is important to identify the root causes for the delay in order to provide the correct solution and get the project back on track.